Hey everybody, this is Guillermo with Live Trading with Guillermo. Today is Sunday, April the 7th. Yesterday was my birthday. I received messages from you all wishing me a happy birthday. So I want to thank you all for caring. It really means a lot to me. So thank you so much for reaching out and wishing me a happy birthday. So today I have a special Q&A video. I've gotten requests for information on the RipperOne AI prop platform and the Ripper XAI platform of Tree Trade. People have been asking me kind of how they work, my settings. So I'm going to be sharing that with you all today. So the first one you're going to see is the RipperOne AI prop edition. So this is the chartless bot. So there is no chart, and I'm going to show you basically, and it's kind of hard to do, but I'm going to I'm going to record with my cell phone recording with another cell phone so you can see the actual screen on my computer and you can see the screen on my iPhone. So you can see me kind of switching back and forth. I have it hooked up to a SIM account just so I can share conceptually how this thing works. I have 10 funded accounts through Apex. I'm not going to show them here, but I will connect it to SIM just so I can just show you the concept, how it works, how it all connects, how you reconnect, all of that. So I'm going to teach you all of that today. Then the next spot I'll cover is the Ripper XAI. I'm going to talk about my settings, why I chose those settings. And then I'm going to show you a screenshot of an actual live trade from Friday's market. So I'm going to show you both bots. They're both great bots. I love them all, but they do serve a different purpose. So I kind of wanted to talk about that too. So stay tuned as I switch over to my other video. All right, guys, this is super cool. So I'm recording my laptop connected to the server. The RipperOne prop bot is activated, and then here's my iPhone. And watch this. I'm gonna disable it right here. Boom. And now I look at screen. See that? It turned into that purple color. Now it's not trading. So it's deactivated. You can control it all through your phone, whether you have an iPhone or an Android device. You can connect with the respective app within each platform. And then here, boom, enabled, and you can see that it's green, so it's ready to go. So you can totally do this from your phone. Pretty cool. All right, wasn't that a cool video? Is I love. It was hard to to juggle two phones and try to record two things that going on at once. But you saw how kind of conceptually how it works, right? It's connects to the server. Everything's green, and then you connect your iPhone, and then you can control everything from your iPhone or your Android device. So it's pretty cool. So people have been asking me like, what happens if I don't see my bot on the app? Like, what happened? What's wrong? What's going on? A couple things that could be happening. I'm gonna guess on one of them, and the second one I think it's the real solution. But the first one is that back, I want to say 5 6 months ago or something like that, there was an earlier version of the RipperOne AI prop edition, but it was version 3.0, I think, and that was bundled as a free trial for people that purchase a package, I believe. So it was a free trial, so you could use it for a while, and then it wouldn't work. That was kind of the idea. So some people have been trying to run that version, and it's not working, and that's because it was a free trial. So that's just the way it goes. And so if I believe the version I'm running now is 4.4, so anything earlier than that is probably not going to work. So if you're a client and you purchased the platform, then and you do have 4.4 and you're having issues, then you definitely need to contact support because there's something else going on. If you own the software, you're supposed to have access, then you should definitely contact support. So that's one thing. The second thing that could happen is that your connection just dropped, and that's just the way it is with trading. Like, it can happen on Trade-of-8, it can happen with Rhythmic, Ninja can get glitchy, and it's just sometimes it just doesn't work, and you have to start over. So what you do, super simple. You would close out Ninja, restart it. You go to your connections, you connect. So if you're using Rhythmic, you would go to Rhythmic Trader Pro, launch that first, and then connect here. Make sure everything's connected and you have a green connection like you see here. Then you connect your bot. So you go to New, you go to your login. I'm going to move this out of the way here. I'm going to put in my license. And there's also a 4-digit PIN, which I'm going to enter, and then you click connect. And we'll give it a second, and there it is. Now everything's connected. So you might be thinking like, whoa, he's showing his license for the software. It doesn't really matter because you need the license, you need my 4-digit PIN, and then the server IP has to authenticate with the TrueTrade server. So all those things have to happen before the platform activates. So if you don't have all those things, it's not going to do that. So once you have this active, you pick whatever automation package that you purchase. So if you have all three, you would open up the bot 3 times. I'm not going to do all that because it all works the same. I'm just going to pick one. So I'm just going to say, let's say mean reversion, which I did purchase that. I picked the account I'm going to trade. Like I said, I'm just going to use sim here, and then you click right there, and boom, just like that, it's trading. So if I were to, and I can't do this because I'm recording my screen on my laptop right now, but I would go to my iPhone. I could open up the app, and everything would match up. So everything would be green. I'd be good to go, and then I could disable it on my iPhone, and my phone's back here. So maybe I can do this real quick. So I'm gonna go in here real quick. We'll do this. We'll test this one more time. All right. So you can kind of see right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and touch the button, and then I'm gonna click on that and see if that disabled it. And look at that on the screen. Now it says not trading. So I'm gonna click enable, and now it's back to green. So it's pretty cool how that works. And so everything works just like that. So if you ever disconnect, your app is not showing the platform, don't worry. You can fix this pretty easily. It's probably a Rhythmic connection. It's probably a TradeOvate connection, or Ninja is just kind of being difficult. So that's pretty much that with the bot, and then you can just close everything out whenever on the weekend when the market's closed. You can just shut everything off and then start fresh on Sunday, which is what I'll do tonight. So I'll just go ahead and turn this off for right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the Ninja platform. So now I want to talk about the RipperX AI. That is the chart bot, and I want to talk about that platform because I've gotten some questions on that. So give me just 1 second, and then I'll switch over to my other server where I run that bot. So stay tuned. All right, so this is the screenshot of my settings of the RipperX AI. So as you've seen me trade, I trade 3 contracts, target 1, target 2. So at target 1, 2 contracts will close, leaving one contract open until it hits the second target. I do use the automatic stop and target, which you see is enabled, and I'll explain what that means in a second. And then I also use the volatility shield. I have it set as 530, 330, and then a 2. So I'm going to explain what that means here in a second. But basically, I'm looking for a continuation of 5 bars and a minimum continuation of 3 on the pullback. So I'm going to explain that a little bit. And then basically anything over 30 bars is being filtered out. And then I'm going to show you what that means on an actual trade from Friday's market. So I'm going to show you kind of like a real life example of how things kind of work with those settings. So let me switch over to that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that first part of the video with the app and the service. Pretty cool. I didn't realize how much work putting content together. Man, this is hard. Having to put screenshots and audio and all this stuff. Man, that's not what I do. I just trade. This is a kind of work, but it's good practice because then I can put together some cool content. So RipperX AI, as I mentioned, 3 contracts. I've been running that for a while, and those settings that you saw, those is what I run. So you could literally pause that part of the video, and if you have the XAI bot, you can just copy everything that I have on there and run it yourself. So pretty cool. Recommend running it on sim just to make sure you feel comfortable with the settings, and maybe you want to tweak things to make it more to fit your style of trading, and I can kind of walk you through some of the things you could change. But I'm going to walk through the settings that I have now and how that reflects on a live trade. So this is from a Friday trade that it took, and I'll show you kind of how things come together. So first thing it does when you have the AST, automatic stop and target, basically it looks back at the previous pivot and it sets that target there, which is kind of conceptually makes sense, right? Because you have a move, it pulls back, and then it keeps going in that direction. It usually tries to, at least, not usually, it will try to, get up to that previous pivot. That's kind of like a good safe zone. Like it can get to the previous pivot. It might go past it, which is what we wanted to do. It may not, but at least you hit the first target, right? That's kind of the idea. So as you see here, the first target got hit, right, what this yellow bar is, and then target 2 got hit up here. So those were set automatically by the software. So you didn't have to like program how many ticks you want to do for target on target on it. It does it all for you depending on the move. Okay. And then when it first takes the trade, it puts a stop right here for you. And then once it starts moving, it'll move it just to the base of the bar. So it's limiting your exposure on a reversal, which is pretty cool. So you're not going to take a huge hit if it reverses back on you. On 3 contracts, I think a loss might be like 250 bucks, something like that, if it hits the bottom of this bar. So that's not too bad because you can come back from that. You can come back from that. And I set my daily loss limit at 750. So I would have to have 3 losing trades in a row before I'm done for the day. And it can happen, of course. You just never know when losing trades are going to happen. It can happen. That's just statistically possible, of course, because not everything's 100%. But, the idea is that we're going to be on the profitable side of things, because maybe we'll hit 1 loss and then we'll get 2 winners and get ahead. And then once we get to our goal, we shut off the automation and you're good to go. So that's kind of the idea. So the settings, and my video's kind of getting brighter and darker. I think it's just the lighting in here. But so my settings, what are they? I said that I want at least 5 minimum bars of continuation, which is definitely more than 5. So it exceeds my minimum of 5. And then I said I want at least 3 bars on a pullback. This definitely met that criteria. This is more than 3. My minimum is 3. So it met the criteria. It took the trade, and it was a winner. You could make it more aggressive if you want to. You could say maybe you only want 2 bars on a pullback, but maybe you only want 1 bar on a pullback. That's totally up to you. It's a little riskier because a 1 bar pullback may not go your direction again. It may go 1 bar up, 1 bar down, 1 bar up. So you may not want to get caught up in consolidation like that. So what I say, I want to see at least 3. 3 bars in one direction, and it pulls back. I feel pretty good that it's going to keep on going, that it's not going to just drop around. That's how I trade with it. It's up to you how you want to use it. Make sure you use simulation and try different settings and see what you feel comfortable and what fits your style of trading. So you may be asking, like, well, how come it took this trade but it didn't take that trade, which was a winner? That would have been a winner right there. Why didn't it take that? That would have been a nice trade if we had gotten it. Well, what happened? Well, the second part of my setting in the volatility shield, you'll recall that I said 30 bars. So if there's a move that's more than 30 bars, which this is, I recall, I think I counted this, it was more than 30. So now the software is saying, okay, this move is too big. According to the criteria that Guillermo set, anything than 30 has to be ignored. And it did exactly that. It ignored that trade. There was no trade. That's just the way it is. If the threshold is higher, let's say you make it 50 bars, then it's only going to filter trades that are beyond the 50 bar limit. So it would have taken this trade and you would have gone. But the bigger that threshold you're making it, you're hitting probably lower probability trades. In this case, it would have worked. But after a big move, like a move that's like 50 bars, like a huge move, let's say it went from here to here, the chances that it's going to keep on going, it's very slim. It's not a high probability trade. So you want to keep it something reasonable. Maybe you say 30 bars, 25 bars I played around with. You just want to play with something that's comfortable for you, and you just want to give it a shot on what works for you. Like I said, and then in the consecutive trades, I have 2. So it will take in this move here, it will take 2 trades in that move. You can make that 3, 4, 5. Just realize that as you go in the move, eventually it's gonna fizzle out, like right here. See how it just bam, it just dropped? That's what happens. Like the market's not gonna go up forever. It's gonna go up. It'll come down for a while, and if it's meant to go up, it's just gonna keep going up. But you're gonna get periods where things are just gonna kind of consolidate, and then the market's gonna figure out which way it's gonna go. So for me, to be conservative, I say I want the first 2 moves. 3 could still work, but that third move could be a lower probability trade. Just realize that's possible. And if you know that, and you know kind of the basics here, you can be aggressive, or you can be conservative if you want to. Within the software, you can switch to manual trading too. So this bot, you can take a long trade, you can take a short trade, or put it back on auto. It's so versatile that you can trade it any way you really want to. You could be a manual trader with this. With the AST, you can take the volatility shield off completely, and it will take trades definitely a lot more aggressively. There's higher time frame filters. Uh, there's momentum filters. There's all kinds of cool stuff on this software, so it can do a lot. I prefer the auto mode, AST, volatility shield on. That's how I run it. But sometimes when the market's moving like crazy, like after a news event, it's gonna fire up. Man, just put it on auto, but take the shield off. Take the volatility shield off, and that thing is just gonna bam bam. It's just gonna hit, and it's gonna be fun to watch. But realize that it's riskier when you operate that way. But if you know what you're doing and you're experienced, you've tried it on sim and you feel good about it, then yeah, go for it. If that's your style of trading and that's how you want to trade it, go for it. That there's nothing wrong with that. Uh, Gosh, I think that's pretty much all there is to this bot. It's got a lot of versatility, which I think it's probably why a lot of folks like it. The manual traders like it, like I mentioned. People that want to be conservative and still be auto can run it. You can still be auto and be a little bit more aggressive. You can do it that way, so you can pretty much fit any style of trading, which is kind of cool. I recommend use the shield, use AST, keep a target for profit and a maximum loss for the day. And once you reach that, be done, because you want to come back and trade another day. The idea is that you want to be ahead. You don't want to revenge trade, turn off the bot, turn it back on, and get yourself deeper in the hole. That's just not sound trading. Okay, that's not good risk management. So with that, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm still working on the content, because it's like putting different images and voiceovers and recording on screen. All that takes. It's not my thing. I don't do that a lot, but I think it's gonna be okay. This will encourage me to do more videos for you all like this. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm still gonna go out tonight and finish the last part of my birthday. I'm gonna celebrate tonight and get back to it tomorrow morning. Trade and get going. So with that, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Take care now.